Dubai is known as one of the urban miracles of the modern world. A futuristic city rising in the middle of a desert is something our ancestors 100 years ago could only imagine in a sci-fi film. It's hard to imagine that this fascinating location used to be just a tiny fishing village. It seems almost logical that a small town in a very inconvenient climate zone could become one of the world's biggest business and financial hubs. How did this happen? To answer this question, let's have a look at the history of Dubai. Located at the Persian Gulf, right in the middle of the Eurasian continent, Dubai was destined to be a crossing point between East and West. At the same time, the climate here is almost inhumane. The temperature in summer reaches 50 degrees Celsius, and that is the reason why for centuries, the urban development here was quite slow. The Persian Gulf, however, was still an important area for the British Empire, being a strategic route connecting London to Bombay. The royal fleet needed to secure this area from pirates. In the 19th century, the British East India Company signed an agreement with local sheikhs, particularly with the Al Maktoum family, the ruling dynasty of Abu Dhabi and Dubai, to secure peace in the area. The Al Maktoum dynasty rules Dubai until the present day. Despite these agreements, the British Empire never really tried to develop the area. While the Crown was heavily investing in developing Bombay, the southern capital of the empire, by building infrastructures, railway, and a university, there was hardly any interest in developing Dubai as a city for the British Empire. Dubai was just a junior partner, a crossing point for the royal fleet, nothing more. Despite the lack of interest from the empire, Dubai was becoming more and more significant for the region. In 1900, the current ruler announced that no taxes would be charged from the traders, and soon Persian and Indian merchants started moving in. The city was convenient for trading, also thanks to Dubai Creek, a saltwater canal that was allowing trading ships to sail from the Gulf right into the city. Shortly, Dubai became the biggest trading hub on the Persian Gulf. In the early 20th century, the city also became a big center of pearl diving, which attracted even more merchants every year. The pearl industry became so big that it soon was forming 95% of the Persian Gulf economy. However, Dubai was still a big village rather than a city. The urban development started with the reign of Sheikh Rashid in 1959. He went touring around Europe and was greatly inspired by European capitals, particularly London. Walking around the city and traveling on the tube, he was fascinated by the urban design, transport system, and overall comfort and convenience that London had to offer. After his trip, Sheikh Rashid started implementing his great plan of turning Dubai into an international city. In 1961, he instructed to artificially deepen the Dubai Creek so that bigger trading ships could sail in. Under his guidance, the city was being rebuilt with stone and cement. Having a dream of a great city in his mind, Sheikh Rashid started building an international airport. Although his investors thought he was being too romantic, and these urban projects were simply unnecessary, and it was becoming challenging to fund all these ambitious projects, Sheikh Rashid's plans of creating an international capital would probably stall at this stage. Dubai is often described as an urban miracle, a futuristic city that rose from a small fishing village in the middle of a desert. Although commonly believed that Dubai became the city that it is today thanks to oil, the oil reserves found in 1966 were modest compared to neighboring Abu Dhabi. Despite this, Sheikh Rashid, who ruled Dubai until 1981, invested the generated profit from oil in urban development, hoping to build a city that would not depend on oil money. He hired talented architects, engineers, and entrepreneurs, particularly from London, to make Dubai attractive for all nationalities. To attract international attention, Sheikh Rashid instructed the construction of a skyscraper in 1979, the Dubai World Trade Center, which was insignificant for the world where 100-story buildings already existed. Unfortunately, Sheikh Rashid never saw the city reach its full glory, as he died tragically in 1981 at a relatively young age. After his death, his work was continued by one of his sons, Sheikh Mohammed, who shared his father's vision and was obsessed with turning Dubai into a modern international city. Sheikh Mohammed adopted the approach of Daniel Burnham, an American architect and urban designer known for planning and designing modern Chicago in the early 20th century. Burnham believed that a city architect has to plan big to make a city spoken about. Sheikh Mohammed decided to make Dubai a city of the biggest and tallest, introducing Emirates Towers in 2000, which were higher than any building in Europe at the time. However, That was not big enough for Dubai, as Sheikh Mohammed wanted to build the tallest building in the world. In 2010, they completed the construction of Burj Khalifa, the highest skyscraper in the world. Sheikh Mohammed spent most of his time on construction sites as he was a very hands-on manager himself, circling the city in his white Mercedes with registration plates that said Dubai 1, reflecting his overall philosophy and life mission. In 1974, he already curated the construction of Dubai International Airport, and in 1980, he employed Sir Maurice Flanagan of British Airways to build Emirates, the new international airline of Dubai. Soon, Emirates was flying to most of the biggest international airports, becoming a gateway to Dubai for thousands of tourists, entrepreneurs, and investors who were curious to visit the new marvel of the Middle East. In 2002, Sheikh Mohammed allowed foreigners to own land in Dubai, quickly turning the city into one of the biggest real estate markets. Billionaires around the world jumped on this new opportunity of owning property in a city free of taxes and restrictions. Dubai became a gigantic construction site, attracting every architect firm, big or small, bringing as many architects and engineers as they physically could. It was a construction gold rush in the middle of a desert. Sheikh Mohammed's ambitious project was to turn Dubai into a world financial center, competing with major financial capitals like New York and London. Soon, Dubai International Financial Center was created, a special economic zone covering 110 hectares. Its laws and regulations created a separate state within a city like the Vatican and Rome. The hub shortly became home to giants of the international banking system, including Citibank, HSBC, and Standard Chartered. Dubai was growing rapidly. Soon 95% of the population in Dubai were foreigners from around the world. This, of course, had a great impact on the local culture. A new, truly international city was born, which was a unique phenomenon in the world. Many capitals around the world claim to be international or multicultural cities, but the reality is that there is always a dominating local culture or culture of the majority. For example, London, which served as an inspiration for Sheikh Rashid when he started developing Dubai, although diverse and home to numerous ethnicities and cultures, is still considered a British city. Dubai, on the other hand, became a cultural no man's land of sorts. Everyone here is a guest, so everyone can feel at home. Local citizens make up only 3 to 5% of the population. This aspect of the city earned a lot of criticism as well. For example, the Washington Post once stated that Dubai, in its attempt to be a successful Arabic city, had to sacrifice all its Arabic features. Another negative aspect of this rapid development became the fact that the United Arab Emirates became the only country that spends more energy than the USA. Despite all this, Dubai has become an urban phenomenon that serves as an inspiration for many other developing cities around the world today. Let us know in the comments if you have ever been to Dubai and what you like or dislike about the city. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos on our channel about the history, architecture, and urban design of Dubai, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.